I'm DarkHero, and this story is called Red Dream.
I haven't been getting much sleep lately. For the past couple weeks, I've been having really bad dreams. When I close my eyes, I can feel myself become lighter and lighter, and I try to move, but I can't. I'm helpless as I'm lifted up out of my bed, higher and higher. I feel the world around me start to shift. Suddenly, I'm on my feet. I slowly open my eyes and find myself at the center of my bedroom. The desk, dresser, nightstand, everything is the exact same way. I see myself sleeping peacefully in bed. A red light breaks through the window, illuminating everything in an eerie crimson. And I peer outside, but all I see is red. Behind me, I can hear the door slowly opening. I turn, now staring at the entrance to my room. Humming. A woman humming. What sounds like a lullaby cuts the silence. A tune that would normally bring children at ease fills me with such dread. It's soft. And yet there is something so sinister about the noise. It goes on for a few more seconds, then it abruptly stops. Slowly emerging from the darkness of the hallway is a slender female figure, her body now covered in that damned red light. She's tall, almost touching the ceiling of my room. Her hair is black, and it's so long that it touches the floor. The woman's body's bare. All I can see is her skin that is pulled taut over her bones. Her limbs are so long and thin, but what brings a chill down my spine are her fingers. Like spider legs, they outstretch and writhe as if they have a mind of their own. She looks towards me with one spindly finger. She pulls her hair away to reveal her face. Her face was stripped bare of any skin. Just flesh that matched the red color of the room. And she stared at me with large, bulging eyes, and she was smiling at me. I couldn't hold back my fear as I let out a horrified yell. And the woman's face didn't budge. She continued to stare at me as she lifted a finger up to her mouth. Let out a low shh. A soft creaking noise could be heard as she turned her head. She was now staring right at my sleeping body. The woman's mouth cracked open and a long tongue emerged that licked her teeth. I watched, wide-eyed and paralyzed with terror as she inched towards my body. Inch by inch, she crept towards my bed, her stretching legs making her every movement look so unnatural. When she finally reached me, she lifted her hands over me, her fingers hovering above my unsuspecting body. With the tips of her fingers, she began to pry my mouth open, and at that moment, I felt a pressure on my own lips. I looked in terror. She proceeded to push her gangly appendages inside. I let out a pained gasp. I felt something sharp slide down inside my mouth and down my throat, and I collapsed to the floor and clutched my throat as the pain began to slide down the inside of my chest. I looked back towards the woman, and she was lifting herself onto my bed. Centimeter by centimeter, she pushed herself into my mouth, and I felt every part inside of me break and tear, and I felt her limbs wrap around my bones and squeeze them tightly. I was left in agonizing pain, so intense that I wanted to die. I felt her wrap around my spine, and my skin began to pulse. I prayed. I prayed at that moment to let it all end, and then I woke up in a cold sweat. My whole body is aching as I just lie there, remembering that dream. And then my body lifts itself up, and it begins to do the things I normally do. I'm not sure what's going on, but my body's moving on its own, and I try to yell out, but nothing. I try to blink, but nothing, and my body just moves, and suddenly I hear that lullaby being hummed by me.
Through the Fog is recorded and edited by Intro and outro by Katie Kemp. For more stories, go to www.throughthefog.org. We'll be back in 2 weeks, so keep your eyes on the fog.